Hey everyone, namaste. It's been a while. I hope you guys are doing fine. And if not, we'll be okay. Just hold in there. Okay. So as I said, we haven't really recorded a video since a month or so, and I have quite a few things in my mind, but I think the need of the hour is something that needs to be addressed right now instead of what I already had planned. Also, if you can hear that background noise, I'm sorry, but we don't have an option. We gotta deal with it. Right. So let's begin without wasting any time. So today we're gonna talk about something which I think is very, very, neglected, and the reason being we don't think it's so important. Now, there are n number of things which fall under this category, but right now there's this thing which is very, you know, frequently used by people, which is known as FOMO, that is the fear of missing out. Okay, so we're going to talk about a bit on those lines. And another thing that I'm going to begin this video with right now is how people are going to, transition from getting used to having this manageable schedule and during the lockdown to now when the lockdown might probably open soon enough. So let's begin. Okay, during the lockdown we have all seen how productive people got, and around the month of June, July, people started realizing that too much of positivity or always talking about productivity makes others feel like there's something wrong with them, or it kind of produces kind of negative emotions within them. Now, because of that, n number of people, especially mental health professionals, started talking about things so that people can become aware that your productivity is not equal to your self-worth. I'm one of those people. My therapist told me this when I was talking to her about how productive I was, and she realized that I'm, correlating my productivity with my self worth. So we also started talking about how it's okay if your 2020 was not full of productivity, or if it or it's okay if you didn't learn a new thing. But let's go a step deeper into this feeling of wanting to be productive and not being happy with the fact that you were not so productive. The word I'm trying to point out here is expectations. Now let's just think a bit more rationally here. I was not so productive during the lockdown. Let's suppose I was not so productive during the lockdown. I'm gonna feel bad when this whole thing opens, people go back to being normal, and everyone would be discussing about what they did in 2020. Because we know that the first conversation that is going to start with any person that you meet is going to be like, 2020 was such a year. And then step by step, people are going to talk about how it was for them, or what they did, or what they wanted to do but couldn't, etc. etc. Now, in those cases, when I am someone who was barely, staying alive because of maybe financial issues, or maybe overwhelming family abuse, or some or many people, actually not few or some, many people couldn't go back home, so they were stuck at one place alone. They had nothing to do, they had no one to talk to, they had no socializing, no emotional bonding with anyone, because they were staying alone in the place that they had to hold back or stay back because lockdown was announced very quickly. So that can be one of the cases as well. So there were so many reasons where some of us were not able to be so productive, or bring out new things out of the situations. In that case, when they are talking to people who had a very productive or self-satisfying year, it becomes very difficult for them to not feel that there is something wrong with them. And why do people feel like they have to constantly be productive or they have to have something to prove their self worth? The reason is expectations. It is expected from us that whenever we have an opportunity, apparent opportunity, we make the full use out of it. We are expected to, not let anything go by. We are expected to always seize the moment. We are expected to, never not do something. Now, when your expectations, you either are, expecting a lot from yourself, or there are people who are expecting things from you but you couldn't fulfill. In both the cases, you are going to have this intense and severe feeling of self depreciation. You're going to have a feeling of guilt. There is, on one hand, we have fear of missing out, on the other hand, we have guilt of not having enough or not doing enough. So, what I want to tell you is, if you are someone who's feeling guilty for, not making the most of whatever you had, according to people, actually, the most of whatever they think you had, it was not something that you could blame yourself about. It was not your fault if you had financial issues. It was not your fault if your mental health was not that well, because it is absolutely unrealistic for you to expect from yourself to be completely healthy. Now you're comparing yourself with someone who probably has, you know, 10 times better health than you are, or health, who's 10 times healthier than you are, or someone who does not have even 5 to 50% of the problems that you have. So if you could not do, you know, one thing, or if you could not do whatever you thought you wanted to do in this year, it's okay. Our biggest achievement is that we made through it. And as I personally believe that, I truly believe that 2020 was just a year in the calendar. Things might not get so better anytime soon. I'm not trying to imply any pessimism here, but let's take it as my opinion. Okay. In that case, if things don't get any better, even then you have to stay steady and not blame yourself for not being so productive. It's okay. Whatever you did was enough. As soon as you start comparing yourself with others who did not have things as bad as you did, you start losing your self satisfaction. You are kind of harming yourself emotionally and mentally, which will lead to, future consequences which will not be in your favor. So the cycle will keep repeating itself. I wanted to make this video to let you know that you have to be proud of yourself for whatever you could do, even if it was literally nothing. Because as someone who has been through so much this year, honestly, someone has been through so much since I was a child, I'm telling you, not being able to do anything but just surviving in itself is a huge thing. So take it from a survivor that your efforts of only breathing is more than enough. Comparison comes naturally, yes, but to take it as a scale to measure your self esteem or your self image is what is toxic and unhealthy. So that's all. I hope you guys are doing fine, and I hope this helps. I hope this reaches you at the right time. Bye, guys. Take care. See you soon. Stay strong.